Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about The Invisible Man, written and directed by Leigh Whannell. So The Invisible Man is influenced and based on and adapted from H.G. Wells' original The Invisible Man book. Universal have had access to this character for some time now with the original Invisible Man film as well, and this character was sort of part of the Universal monsters. And although this is not tying into the Dark Universe, which Universal tried to set up a couple of years ago, I think now already, with the Mummy reboot, this is a standalone film from what it looks like, but it is still a very, very good film, and I love what they did with this character. With a story like this, it's definitely easy for this sort of film to come across in a cheap way, where it hasn't been executed properly or doesn't look good on the final product. It's very easy to do that because of just the source material that it is based on. For a film like this, you really need great performances, and I'm really glad to say Elisabeth Moss as the lead character did an incredible job, and she made every situation she was in extremely believable and also terrifying. I would say this is the perfect example of how to retell a classic story in modern times. I really would say that. I think this film did an incredible job, obviously being an adaptation from quite a classic sort of material, but bringing it into the new and modern age and doing it really well. The basic plot for this film is that Cecilia, the main character who's played by Elisabeth Moss, she is trying to escape from this really abusive relationship that she is in. And as the movie progresses, we realize that she is being haunted by someone she cannot see. And that's all I'm going to say about the story, but it is riveting from start to end. So I will be honest, my expectations for this film were pretty low. Usually when a horror-esque sort of film comes out in January or February, it usually is just completely a write-off. And all the good ones sort of come out towards the Halloween season. But I'm very glad to say that this is definitely an exception. Something I also think is worth saying is that although the marketing material for this film is making it look very horror orientated, I would say it is definitely more of like a psychological thriller film. There's a few like horror tropes here and there, but it definitely to me felt more like a thriller film, psychological thriller film. And I really enjoyed it for that. I know some people who are expecting a horror film might be disappointed by that, but I think the film works really well in the psychological thriller aspect, and there are definitely sort of horror elements here and there. I also just want to say that the cinematography, the production design, the score, and obviously the performances were really strong in this film. As I was saying earlier, this film was definitely a film that had the risk of looking really cheap and not well done, or even incomplete at times. Having a character in your film who you can't see for most of the time, must be an extremely difficult thing to direct and capture and make engaging. But this film somehow does it so well, and there are just such great moments. Such great moments. The whole time you're sort of trying to figure out where this character could be, this invisible man. And honestly, for me personally, I was not expecting this film to be this riveting and this engaging. I cannot wait to see what Elisabeth Moss does next, and then also Leigh Whannell, who was the writer and director. I cannot wait to see what he does next. This film was really good for me. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see it again. If I did have to rate it out of 10, I know I meant to have a rating system. I still haven't figured that out yet. I'm trying to figure it out. But if I had to rate it out of 10, at the moment, I'd probably give it a 7.5 or possibly even an 8. I really did enjoy it, and I think it's a strong film, especially for fans of this sort of genre, of the psychological thriller genre or the horror genre. I think you'll both get something out of it. Guys, if you have seen The Invisible Man, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the film. If you have not yet seen it, are you excited to see it? Are you going to go see it in the big screen, or are you possibly going to wait for a home release? I personally recommend going to see it in the big screen. That's just me. But let me know what you thought about it, and are you excited for the film? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Remember, please, if you do like movie related content, to consider subscribing. No pressure, but I do a lot of movie stuff on this channel. And then if you do subscribe, please consider pressing the bell icon as well to be notified every single time I post a new video. I hope you guys have an absolutely great day going forward. I'm excited to see you guys next time. Bye bye.